and we are proposing to apply for a grant through them, and it is matching. We have to come up with a minimum of 10%, and they provide a 90% match. We're actually recommending an 11% city contribution, and it improves our scoring a little bit with a little higher match on the city side. So what the project is that we're proposing is would be a new clear well. This would be out at our pump station. So out at our pump station, you've probably been out there at some time in the past. The pump station itself is very, very old. And we are looking at replacing that whole facility possibly through a process. We're actually having an engineering study done right now that's looking at the pump station, that's looking at water treatment, and the clear well is part of that whole operation out there. So again, we have an opportunity here through a grant that's essentially a 90% grant to at least apply for it. And we did look at what part of that facility would fit this grant the best and be able to move it forward quickly. Because it's, again, the project has to start this year and be completed by next year. So we did look at it with staff, with our engineers, and came up with the clear well as being the best project for this grant application. So again, the existing clear well was put in the 1920s. It's very, it's way beyond its useful life. It's still being used. It's still functional. But part of the bigger picture of improving our pump station clear well would need to be replaced anyway. And we'd either have to get loans through USDA rural development and maybe some grant, or here you have an opportunity for a pretty significant grant if we are successful with it. Again, this is a competitive process, so it's not guaranteed we're going to get the grant money, but it's worth applying for. So that's what we're presenting here tonight. So if you look, it is a community development block grant. That's the funding that would be used. And what we're asking for the grant portion of it is $1,494,310. And the city match would be $184,690. So we'd have 11% match. So that's what we're asking. And this is a public hearing for that submittal process. So I guess if there are any more questions, I can try to answer those.
Could you just restate the city match again?
So the city match, and make sure there is a resolution up there. The city match would be $184,690. Oh, sorry, guys. $187,690. Thank you. Make sure we got that. So $187,690 city match, $1,494,310 grant request.
Would this match from this cycle?
It would. There are dollars in the water fund for this match, but it's not budgeted for right now. There is fund balance available. Again, the water fund stays as the water fund, so the money can't be used for anything else. It's for water-related improvements, and you do have money in the fund balance for this project if we are successful with the grant. And just to give you a little idea on the clear well, the existing clear well is about 100,000 gallons, maybe a little more than that. This clear well would be about 500,000 gallons. You would have a separated divider in the middle, so you could take one half of it offline, clean the other half. There's also some opportunity to clean the clear well more often, which would remove sediment from the clear well that does build up over time. Right now, the only way to clean the clear well is to essentially get a diver in there and bring someone in with a large, called a vacuum that they clean it out, and it's not very effective. So this would also improve our ability to maintain that facility. And we'd have extra storage, and again, a facility that would be out there probably for another 50 plus years.
And this design would be collaboration with the engineering proposals, in terms of what they would recommend?
Correct. Yeah, we've actually met with both comm engineering and SEH, who are working together on putting together the whole engineering, feasibility report for the pump station, the clear well, and treatment. So actually, we're in that process now. So it actually was a good timing of this grant coming out, because that layout has essentially been identified where it would go to best fit with the other facilities in the future.
How much of the surplus is left
in the water fund?
Yes.
Paul?
We'll be left with probably, I'd say about 600,000 fund balance.
Would the clear well occur before or after the cycle of the water filtration plant?
It would be before. Again, the timing of this is such that we have to start this project this year. So again, the water plant, the pump station, water filtration would be another separate project, even though this would work well with it and be in the right location. But again, the pump station, water filtration plant, you're on a time schedule right now. Moving that forward, the feasibility report should be to you in sometime in May. Again, as that process goes forward, if everything is green light go, then it would be, you're looking at a 2000, because of the time frame we talked about, 2020 application, 21, probably late 21, 22 construction would be your tightest time frame to move forward with the pump station or water filtration or both. So this would be kind of ahead of that curve, probably a year ahead of that whole process.
I was more asking, does the water go to the sewer well first and then to the filtration?
Clear well first. So it comes from all well houses, goes into the clear well, and from there then it's pumped from there through the pump station back into town.
So in our effort to improve our water commitment, step by step, we're so lucky that this clear water at a 90% or 89 level, that's a huge step in.
That is a big step in.
That's a huge step. Because it's $1 million, yeah, 20.
Trying to get grant money to build that portion of it. If we don't get the grant money, then you'll be seeing that come back with the whole project packaged together as one project, and then we'll have that discussion.
Anybody here in the public have questions with respect to this project? We'll close the public hearing.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All present?
Motion by Commissioner Lee, second by Commissioner Clark, on the consent agenda presented. Roll call vote, please.
Kerr?
Yes.
Corcoran?
Yes.
Mildren?
Yes.
Semo?
Yes.
Burchell?
Yes. Item the approval of the agenda. I'll make a motion to approve the agenda as presented. Motion by Commissioner Clark, second by Commissioner Lee, to approve the agenda as presented. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? None. Citizens wishing to address the commission on items on the agenda. None. Moving on to item F, citizens wishing to address the commission on items not on the agenda. None. New business item G. Discuss and consider authorizing bids for resurfacing existing paved or concrete alleys in the downtown area.
Thank you. We have talked about this project for a few years. We've been focusing a lot of our efforts, actually all of our efforts, on the local streets. A lot of the streets have either been repaved, rebuilt, or they're all really in pretty good shape right now. So we are looking at the alley downtown. We provided a map of the alley locations that have some form of pavement now. It could be blacktop or concrete or a combination of the two. And again, similar to our roads, you could do a whole expensive total rebuild on your road or your alley, and it would cost probably 10 times what it would cost to do a mill and overlay, which has been pretty effective for us. So we're looking at the same thing for our alleys. You can mill both asphalt and concrete. And that's what we propose here, is to come through with a mill, basically mill out 2 inches of what's there, and put a new asphalt surface down. Again, that's good for about 7 to 10 years. That's what we expect to get out of that type of improvement, but the cost is significantly less than trying to rebuild everything. And again, a rebuild down here, you would, for that the same price, you would probably get 1 block, maybe 2 blocks rebuilt. So I think mill and overlay would be an effective way to significantly improve the alleyways in the downtown area. The cost that we're looking at, we just did a quick estimate based on the number of alleys we have there. We're looking about, for paving, roughly about $90,000 in that ballpark. That's our estimate. And there's we do have a couple catch basins that we're going to fix in the alleyways too that we have looked at this fall as part of the project. So with that, there's 2 approaches we could take with this. If you want to move this project forward, there are funds in your street budget to do this work. And again, it was one of your priorities on your priority list of things to take a look at. It's one of your goals. So again, the funding is there if you want to move it forward. We do have an open contract right now. We did bid out our project last year for paving. We competitively bid it. We had Angelo Lupino was the contractor. The bid came in, fairly well. It's still an open contract. We can change order to that contract to use his current prices that he did last year. And I did check with him. He said he was willing to hold prices. Or we can rebid it and see where we land. Again, there's never anything magical to it. Could the price go up? It might go up, it might go down if we rebid it. We did bid it last year and it was competitive with pricing. And typically, we don't see prices going down very often, and it seems like they seem to go up every year based on oil and gas prices. But again, we do have opportunities to change order that into the project. And that would be my recommendation, unless you wanted to go out, you could bid it in the project to see where we end up at.
I have a question.
Sure.
I remember when the project came up a couple of years ago. I seem to recall that certain sections of the alleyway had a concrete base that had huge over it, and it wasn't flat. And it seems like, I'm not exactly sure, but it seems like I know that overlay perhaps doesn't have the recommended solution. There's something changed, there's no something.
Yeah, I think with mill and overlay, for this type of repair work, it's fine. Again, you don't have a full reconstructed roadway. And a lot of our roads around town, again, we've done a mill and overlay even when it's not a perfect road base. And it gets you that, 7 to 10 years out of it. So I think here, I did walk it with Paul Lupino last fall. We took a look at it. Again, perfect scenario is we rebuild every alleyway down there, dig it out 3 feet with a new base and everything. But again, the cost is going to be, significantly more than a mill and overlay. And I think this would, again, get you a useful life of, 7 to 10 years out of it. And I think, what's down there, some of the concrete has it, broken or separated. But again, with the mill, you may see a reflective crack come through. But again, it's another strategy. It's a more cost-effective strategy to at least get them back in good shape for that period of time. So it's fine. It's an acceptable option. And again, you can get everything done versus maybe get a couple blocks done. But again, that's so it would be an acceptable way to.
Are you going to bid out the whole project or like sections of the alleyway?
We bid out the whole project as one project, or we change order the whole project in, depending on what direction we want to go. So based on the direction tonight, then we'll either put a bid set together and go out to bids, or we would put a change order together and change order it into the existing project we have open with Lupino Construction. And the intent would be to do it all this year. This scope of work up here, we're estimating it to be right around $90,000 for mill and overlay everything on this map that's shown you.
Well, I would make a motion that consider the flagging surface of the existing sewer pump and down and do it with our.
You're recommending a change order? I think is what you're
recommending a change order.
Included with the existing project that was bid last year. Again, that was competitively bid. So you can change order it to that project with those current bid unit prices, or you can go out and bid it again and see where you land. If the prices have gone down, you're a little better. If they've gone up, you pay a little more. yeah, you never know.
We approve it, we just set the money. There's no other step there.
No, we would come back to you with a change order, that the change order that back into the, existing project you have, and then, with grant time to start in spring on the work.
Well, it has been a goal of ours for a while, you know. I really like to see this be going on our sidewalk.
Mm-hmm.
It's my heart, I want to split that in half, but we would have to. I'll second that motion. Sorry about that.
Motion by Commissioner Hill, second by Commissioner Sewell, to recommend change to change order to the current street treatment cost,
It'd be the 2019 local street paving project.
2019 local street paving project.
And we would bring a change order back to you at one of your next meetings, a formal change order that has all the, estimated quantities and everything.
As you said, last year's price of it's a risk going up.
Yeah, it is. And I see, Jeff, maybe just ask you, are you seeing prices on asphalt going up or down? You get a lot of projects.
Stable right around 114, but
Okay.
considering last year did not be like you said, it's just kind of like a risk again. Sure. Could go up, could go down. But
Yeah.
I things never go down.
I think we had pretty competitive prices last year, so with that, I would be comfortable recommending that if that's the way you want to go with it.
Now that I have support, I would say this, I would say that, I know people that, needed, driveways and roadways last year, and, the time that we have to get these projects done is so short, and sometimes blacktopping has been ordered 1 year and not completed a year out. And I think in this scenario where we have a hit plan last year, I think that really will be ahead of the schedule, and we can pretty much count on getting done. That would be my main rationale. Besides we know what the cost is.
Mm-hmm.
Any other questions, comments?
I don't think so. I think you still have, some funding to work with on your other projects. Again,
I like the idea of investing in downtown, especially
they're not quite as bad. But I think they're still, salvageable for a mill and overlay if you wanted to.
And I'm sure they know the idea, I have
Yeah, I would just also say, I think that in doing this, you would have some flexibility in doing it. There's so many feet if there was, you could adjust the scope of the project.
Sure.
Which would be easily done. Because of the bid that's already. So the scope of the project could be lessened, or you can talk to the whole.
Yeah, I think for the bid price that you have from last year, I think you can easily complete everything on this map. You still have funds for other projects.
roll call, please.
So she will be coming back with the official cost to actually commit those dollars, so I don't think a change order right now is required, but if you'd like to do one.
Motion, all in favor?
Aye.
Anybody opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. Item H, discuss and consider approving and authorizing resolution number 020-002, identifying city manager, prioritizing environmental review, certifying officer, the person on site to certify Michigan CDBG application, the person on site to sign the grant agreement and payment request, and the person on site to execute an additional document required to carry out and complete the grant for construction of a new city wall at the municipal water company.
Absolutely, and that's a project that we have a public hearing on. So this would be the resolution to move this project forward, if you so choose. In the resolution, there's two things to point out that the mayor mentioned, I think earlier, that we have under the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th whereas, there's it's called a low to mod percentage for Ironwood, and that's off a table that we get from the MEDC. So we'll insert that into that location, and then there's a typographical adjustment on the very last paragraph where it says hereby designated, it should be designated. Those will be the two changes. And if you do approve this, then we'll submit the grant application later.
Make a motion to approve the resolution as support.
Motion by Commissioner Steele, second by Commissioner Nelson. Resolution is department. Question? Roll call vote, please.
Corcoran.
Yes.
Mildred.
Yes.
Semo.
Yes.
Care.
Yes.
Virgil.
Yes. Item I, discuss and consider authorizing bids for the street pavement striping.
And every year we do a pavement striking project, and we try to get it out for bids early so we get competitive bids from contractors. So if you do approve this, we'll put that bid package out to advertise for it and bring the bids back to the city commission.
Make a motion to approve the authorization for the bid for the pavement. Or
Motion by Commissioner Corcoran, second by Commissioner Steele. To authorize bids for the pavement striping. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Item J, discuss and consider approving quotation from Miller Bradford and Whistler to upgrade repair to the brake system on loader number 75, 821 East in the amount of $10,071.
Right, this is in the packet. In my hands, right afterwards. We have to upgrade, or we want to upgrade the braking system from a certified dealer. The cost is $20,079. This will extend the life of the brake and reach for this. This loader is the one that carries our auger, which is about 9,500 pounds.
That's a snow blower, right, Bob? The auger? Is that big?
Yeah,
Okay.
Sorry. And it also does the build of the dory, where it's running a heavy fall on a wing. We like to use a lot of going up. So we're asking your application to go ahead.
The motion we approve the repair. Support.
Motion by Commissioner Steele, second by Commissioner Nelson. Any questions?
Other than just to say thank you, for the very nice job of laying out this scenario and why.
Any other questions? Roll call vote, please.
Mildred.
Yes.
Semo.
Yes.
Care.
Yes.
Corcoran.
Yes.
Virgil.
Yes. Item K, Discuss and consider final monthly street lighting permit for business to associated with the downtown.
Thank you. We did want to bring the street lighting portion of this project to you for a little more discussion or just understanding as we go forward. So this is tied in with our downtown square project. So again, with the project, we have substantial grants coming from the MEDC for this project. Part of our match was to be used for street lighting. So we based our match on how much the grant is. So basically, a little over 10% match is what we provided, $191,850. And part of what the engineers are doing now are designing the project. So they're going through and designing the whole downtown square project plus the lighting part of it. So with that, looking at the cost of the lighting, cost of the conduit, cost of repairing the sidewalks, what have you, it looks like we can probably get somewhere. It depends on bids again. Bids are a little high. I guess we'll see if they're a little low. We might be able to get a few more lights. But with that budget amount, probably somewhere in the 8 to 9 lights we can get added to our existing system. So again, if you remember, we had a couple of phases of lighting that went through on the business route through the downtown area and extended to Hurley and extended out toward US 2 with the ultimate goal to get to Hurley and get to US 2 at some point to enhance that corridor coming through. So again, this doesn't get us there entirely. It gets us another step in that direction, or a couple steps in that direction. But again, if for the whole lighting system, get all the way out to US 2 and all the way to Hurley, we would need somewhere in the area of 27 lights. And again, this should fund somewhere 8 to 9. We want to bring that to you, so you're aware of it, see if you want any discussion on it. That's the direction we're going right now. That's what's in the budget. That's what we're moving forward with. Or if we wanted to look at trying to fund some additional lights, again, if you fund anything we do in addition to this is 100% at our cost. We don't have grant match to offset it. Or do you want to wait for another grant opportunity to do another phase, at some point in the future?
Just to clarify, the 27 lights that are needed, does that include the 8 or 9 lights that are budgeted?
That includes the 8 or 9 lights budgeted already, yes.
So, 18,
Right, correct. That cost, again, we have to come back to some final numbers, but it'll range depending on some other factors, but probably in the area of additional $350,000 or more to get all the rest of the lights in.
Would this amount be enough to finish the highway?
If we did everything,
yeah,
that amount we have to get a final number, but yeah, that was the extra 18 lights would get you all the way to the highway and then finish off. Right now we're looking at, we're trying to get with what we have, trying to get as far into towards early as we can, as we see the goal of this. Then we have the rest of the lights going out to US 2 either as a separate project or if we wanted to add any more lights into this project.
Probably invite more people to the highway versus preferably.
And we could go that direction too. Yeah. If that's we'd like to go close to our US 2, we could put the lights in there and get as far as we can with lights for US 2 if that's
a few weeks ago, in the past, you mentioned that maybe the infrastructure could be installed, to the underground portion, so that in time for that night, has that been incorporated into the estimate at all?
Another option would be to put in the underground conduit. And we have folks in comm engineering here that have done some estimates. So to put in the underground conduit, the bases, and then not the poles, Mike? Is that the other estimate? So that would be another option to look at. And that to get all your infrastructure in, your conduit, your wiring, your foundation. We'd be looking at about an additional ballpark $270,000 to do that. You would have everything in place. And that doesn't include any lighting in at all, right? That would be no lights, but the infrastructure would be there. Then if you want to budget for lights every year, you could worry a budget for 5 lights and get those good this year, we'd have everything in place for that. That'd be another option.
I'm a little confused how the money part of this works. Says, $191,000 match. $200. So it's our choice how we spend that $200 whatever $1,000.
Right, it has to be provided. That's the condition that, when we talked about it with the MEDC, they wanted it to be. Yeah, I think that's through discussion with them. Right, because part of the project was to extend the lighting, and again, our match could be used for that. But that was part of the discussion with them originally.
So no matter what, we're having to spend at least $200 whatever $1,000, over $200,000 to meet our match, and now that money goes for the lighting.
Yeah, the $191,850 goes toward lighting. Again, there was $9,250 that goes toward a match for the acquisition, where we were required to provide 25% match for that.
So it's just a question of how we want to parcel that out, and or whether we want to increase it.
Correct. And right now, the original idea going forward was to put in the infrastructure, add 8 to 9 additional lights, one direction or the other. I don't think it really matters which direction we go. Or there's a different option where to put in your infrastructure, conduit wiring, and bases without any lights, and then budget for lights, just ourselves over the however many years it takes to budget for it.
I would like to make a motion to adopt the urban operating plan. I just have one quick question here. This motion we're going to make this with that.
The $191,850. You've already approved those dollar amounts, so I guess you're confirming that and also confirming the direction you want to go with the lights. Yeah, if you want to just put in the additional 8 to 9 lights, and if you prefer to run it down US 2 or toward US 2, that's fine. Or toward Hurley. We were looking at toward Hurley because we needed about 8 to 9 lights there, but it doesn't really matter which direction you go from a cost standpoint.
So, I'll second that. We have to take a direction. We're not going to get the whole project away.
We'll not get the whole project, no. Short of budgeting, significantly more dollars to go toward it.
I like the fact that grant opportunity presented itself. The city might even take it back. And the plan that was presented made sense to me. We are going to finish this.
The lighting?
The lighting.
Oh, and there's been some more phases.
Yeah.
To go, I think the commission
Right,
is
there
already.
are additional phases.
Yeah.
But as grant opportunity presents itself, we have that plan laid out.
Right.
And I just don't see any reason to change it. That's my thought.
We have a motion by Commissioner Logan, second by Commissioner Seymour to confirm the one street lighting plan for business use 2 associated with the downtown square project, or also the financing. We want to focus on the turbine or the article.
My motion is actually that. So it would be to finish the heading to her.
Toward Hurley, that was
Yeah.
the original.
That's
proposal.
only
8 or 9 lights. I didn't realize it was only 8 or 9 lights.
Yeah.
So that doesn't make sense. And Mr. Bergman had a question? Oh, I just wanted to, Scott filled it in. I just wanted to make sure that they understood the 92 use the 25% back for the tax.
Any other questions?
No.
Why don't you? We are talking money, it's reconfirming what our budget is.
Semo?
Yes.
Care?
Yes.
Corcoran? Mildred?
Yes.
Bertram?
And where we can need, let's say we could get 8 and we needed 9.
Yeah, if the bids come in such that, you know, maybe we stretch an additional life, we come back to you and see if, you know, that changes. Yeah. Mhm. Again, not a whole lot to report. There's a lot of things in the hopper right now. Projects move forward. Just wanted to make one note here that we did have Wendy Hagstrom has started with the city today at our front office in the water window as a water utility building clerk. So see Wendy, stop in and say hi to her. Again, she's get her feet wet, and it's nice to have her on board. That's the only comment I have.
Yeah, just a reminder that on Thursday at 5 o'clock, the planning commission holding the public hearing for the commercial marijuana establishment ordinance. So if whoever can make that, just want to know.
Thank you.
I do have one question about that, Mr. Bergman. We're getting suggestions continuously about possible modifications. How much flexibility do we have to make modifications at what point?
So you have quite a bit of flexibility, especially right now. Even after the public hearing is held, as long as you're not changing the overall substance of the ordinance in terms of its intent, you can make some small modifications to it. So if let's say you decide that you want to add an additional buffer or something like that after the public hearing process, or after we hear a lot about that, those sort of things would probably be okay to do. Where you might get into a situation where you want to hold another public hearing is if you're allowing or prohibiting specific uses. So let's say there's a specific commercial use that you decided you want to prohibit that's currently in the ordinance. That would probably trigger a situation where you want to hold another public hearing. If you're just making some minor text changes or clarifying issues or those sort of things, then wouldn't need to do that. You would do it.
Yeah. Oh, thank you. Civic Center update? Absolutely. Yeah, we just met with the Civic Center board here earlier tonight, and again, where that's at is the insurance company has, I understand, retained architect. Start putting together the site plan for the new facility. We're working with the insurance company to set up a meeting, hopefully within the next couple of weeks, to talk to them and their architect and their project manager about the Civic Center and some of the things that the Civic Center board would like to see maybe changed a little bit, adjusted, depending on how much flexibility they have. So again, we're having those discussions as we speak here. The insurance company is on board. Their goal is to get their contractors in place because they're going to be contracting for this work themselves directly. Get the contractors lined up. So in the spring, sometime, the facility goes to essentially March. So shortly after that, when the load ones come up, that they will have a contractor ready to mobilize and start on the project itself, start on the building. There are a number of things that the Civic Center board is looking at, maybe trying to adjust a little bit inside on the interior to make it flow a little better, work a little better. So those are the discussions we'll have with the architect and the insurance company. And again, they would hope to start construction as early as they can in the spring, with the idea to get the new facility online for use late next fall within the normal ice schedule that they have.
I would add to that. I would just like to tell everyone how fortunate we are that the insurance that covers the damage to the roof enables us to have this snow. And so we didn't lose anything. We were able, for the kids to skate, we were able to have all of the programming there. We have a new manager that's bringing new ideas and just the case. I was extremely excited to hear the comments in the United States and the word about the possibility of increasing the amount and time of use of the city, where people in the community are looking, for example, not saying anything, but for example, our winter lasts so long, and so opening it up where maybe girls can play baseball to practice on a rental basis, or a larger meeting room in this area where people have a nicer space to rent for party birthdays, for those kinds of things, and trying to think of some of the other things. The opportunity for maybe gym space is so limited, or maybe there's the opportunity for basketball teams. I can see the civic center. We didn't lose the season. We had all of our programs. We're on schedule for a new building next winter, which will enhance what we're able to give the people and then increase use of the facility. Looking forward to that.
That was it. I will have on March 23rd.
Yes, correct. Correct, for the downtown square.
That's next meeting.
Yes, next meeting, correct. Back to the commission level?
Yeah.
So your first opportunity to do that would be at the March 9th. The opt-out ordinance expires on March 31st. So if for some reason, there needs to be changes made in the ordinance, or you would, if either the March 9th one, or what would be the next March 23rd, you can also make a decision then, but in one of those two meetings, if you don't make a decision, you want to extend it out that much. And you probably would want to make that decision at the March 9th meeting so you can do adequate publication of the change for the opt-out.
I personally think it's important that all planning commissions be present for that definition and that decision. Accordingly, we would encourage all commissioners to, regardless of how you fall on the ordinance issue for the marijuana, to look at the details and in terms of if it were, if any portion of it were to be approved or be drafted, if there's certain details, even if you were opposed or agreed, if there's certain details that you feel really strong. So this is the time to really look at those details so that you can weigh in on all specifics.
I have one other comment. Anyone here can comment on this because I read it early this morning. I read the article, Midwest Traveler. Tom, were you able to see that? I think it was Midwest Traveler on their stay in Ireland and skiing at ADR. And visiting our local restaurants and enjoying our town. And there was one more excellent article about why people come here and what a great town it is. And I encourage everyone to read that. You know, earlier in the year there was a vote that took place on facilities in the United States cross-country skiing. And at that time, ADR was voted in the top 5. We were 5th in the United States. So our area and the things we offer people are viewed as being top shelf by almost everyone that comes here. And it's good to know because we're growing and we're a destination.
Just a slight correction. API is actually what before.
What? Thank you.
The major in the reality, API is an industry destination. And the others that are in the really don't know as well. And that article that we referenced about the solution is so I put that from that perspective, because they didn't know how to do it. Another thing that makes us really different. The motion to adjourn.
I think that will.
Motion to Commissioner Taylor, to adjourn at 6:15. All in favor?
Have a good night. To finally go eat. I can't remember status. Oh, it's a lot. Dennis.
Projects. I have